I want to add my welcome. I want to bring blessings and positive Jamaican and Caribbean vibes on behalf of Choices Career and Education Advice. As you heard, I am General Manager of Choices, and we have spent time, and when I say we, it's been a team effort. I've come together with Dr. Trudy Thomas. I've come together with Dr. Hilary Hickling. I've come together with my staff to produce for you what I hope will be a beneficial day. And I thought it's so powerful and really, in some ways, amusing that as we sit here at this moment discussing this important subject, our heads of government are in our country in Montego Bay on the 49th CARICOM Heads of Government meeting. So it's all very appropriate and it all fits together so well. So I say hello to those from near and far across all age groups, our counselors, teachers, parents, persons from many different organizations who have chosen to join us. We understand the importance, and it seems that you do too. I really could not be more grateful for the wonderful turnout this morning, because we are at high numbers already and people are still entering. We want everyone to get this message. You have taken time to join us, our sponsors, who you will hear more about, Barita Foundation, the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission, our partners, JAGSI, guidance counselors, the Office of the Children's Advocate with their Safe Spot, and the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica. In this conversation, the fact that you have joined us is testament to the fact that you care. You recognize that there is a problem, and moreover, you are prepared to be a part of this solution. I refer especially to our youth amongst us, whose voices we must never ignore. They are the future. Those who are in the youth group of the Children's Advisory Panel of the OCA and their Safe Spot initiative, those being trained as peer counselors, prefects at Ferncourt High School in St. Anne, even younger ones, for example, at Chapelton Primary in Clarendon, and many others who have been gathered in groups for a broadcast. So don't just look at the numbers that you're seeing. There are many more groups across this island and further afield who are also joining us. We join each other as kindred groups and individuals. And even though we may vary in age, background, expertise, and location, we hope in the end to speak with one clear voice, that our children need to be protected, need to be guided as they tread through this battle for the mind called social media. And it is a battle for the mind. If we don't train their minds in the way we know they should be trained, they will be caught by other things, in other traps, in other nets, and we will see a different generation to what we know life should be. We know that each new generation has its own challenges and its own distinct youth culture. I'm sure that some of you remember what your parents said about you. In fact, in my case, it was about the skirt. It was also about loud pop music and what they called the discotheque. Anybody remember this? The discotheque?
Discotheque.
And discotheque, exactly. Now probably the dance hall, okay? When they were listening to jazz and blues, rock around the clock, chubby checker on the record player, we were already locked away with the transistor, teen magazines. I know most of you recall these things. Well, those things were my means of connecting with my world. So what else is new? Well, there's lots that's changing. We're witnessing a generation gap, which is more pronounced than ever, and even more distinct changes to accepted behavioral and attitudinal norms, rising mental health concerns, drug trends, and the rapid influence of social media. So that's what's changed. The next generations, the overlapping Gen Z, born after 1997, and Gen Alpha, born after 2013, are now navigating their way through life paths while experiencing weaker standards of social cohesion. I think that at least we as adults now, older ones or young adults, still had that sense of the things that made society what it is, that held society together. I think our young generations are now losing some of that. A high percentage of our youth are glued to devices and exposed to social media without the protective norms that once underpinned young people's development. These factors make it all the more important to explore our subject. What is the connection between students' mental health struggles like anxiety, identity concerns, behavioral issues, and social media's influence, as increasingly our youth are presenting with these issues? Platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and others use the opportunity of storytelling. They love it. Identity expression. They want to show who they are. And the community which they see amongst other young people. With that sense of community, however, comes comparison, vulnerability, insecurity, and even at times exploitation. We have a profound opportunity and responsibility to guide students through these digital landscapes. I thank you for wanting to be a part of a solution and know that this morning will help us all to a clearer understanding. We are going to dive in, and I'm going to hand over for a few. We're going to dive in. I'm going to share my screen just so that you have a little understanding of what is here for you. We have an agenda, which of course going to come up on your screen now. So we've got keynote speaker, Dr. Hilary Hickling, 3 simultaneous breakout sessions, one very special important session about deep fakes. Then there'll be sharing opportunities from the breakouts, final reflections. I hope that you all will get the opportunity of sharing in our chat, also the breakout sessions, what's on your mind, what your thoughts are, what you think can be done. Now, all of this is not possible without our sponsors. As I said, Rita Foundation, the Betting Game and Lotteries Commission, and our partners, the Jamaica Association of Guidance Counselors in Education, the Office of the Children's Advocate and their Safe Spot Initiative, and the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica. Now, your presenters for the day, we have amongst us your keynote speaker, Dr. Hilary Robertson Hickling. You will hear a lot more about her before her presentation. And our presenters and facilitators, Dr. Trudy Thomas Smith, Mr. Leighton Campbell, Mrs. Roxanne Anderson Linton, and Mrs. Anna Marie Dawkins Johnson. All the information you need is going to be in the chat. So let's hand you over to Dr. Trudy Thomas Smith for a bit more information about what happens here today.